Top 20 Nike interview questions and answers. You must have come across a product from Nike at one point in your life. Nike is an American multinational corporation that designs, develops, manufactures, markets, and sells footwear, clothing, services, and accessories worldwide. This article will look at a few interview questions that you should expect if you want to work for this corporation. 1. Why Nike? This is where you praise the company. You can choose to explain the positive associations you have had with Nike or your love for the athletes or games they sponsor. Make the interviewer believe that you are intentional with your application and would like to work at Nike from the bottom of your heart. Also, ensure that you research extensively beforehand to identify things that are praiseworthy about Nike. Sample answer. I want to be part of the #1 athletic shoe and apparel supplier in the world. I have heard a great deal about your training programs, work environment, and policies, which convinces me that I belong in such a place. I will therefore work wholeheartedly and ensure that I contribute well if given a chance. 2. Tell me about something you are passionate about that relates to Nike. You must know the products and services that Nike deals in to answer this question well. The best answers you can offer are sports, clothing, and sustainability, since they are the main items Nike is interested in. Also, being a sports fan or wearing Nike apparel during your exercise sessions will help you recommend products to customers once you land the job. Sample answer. I am passionate about sports. I am confident that Nike sponsors several athletes in different types of sport. I also love clothing and normally wear Nike apparel during my exercise sessions. I can therefore recommend good Nike products to customers based on my experience with them. 3. What is your favorite shoe from Nike? You definitely know that Nike is one of the biggest shoe producers in the world. Therefore, you have lots of options to choose from when it comes to such a question. We advise you to visit Nike's official website and look at some of their creations or mention your favorite Nike shoe in your closet. You should also explain why you love the particular shoe and ensure that you get the name right. Sample answer. I love the Nike Air Presto since they are incredibly comfortable and versatile. They have a fantastic upper construction that allows the feet to move naturally. One can also choose to use them for exercise or general movement purposes. I have 2 pairs, one I use specifically in the gym and the other as an all-around shoe. 4. What does Nike mean? You should find out as much information about Nike before you appear for an interview. Do you know what their logo SND slogan mean? Can you tell and resonate with their values? The only way to succeed in such an interview is to convince the interviewer that you know sufficient information about the hiring company. Please answer this question confidently and ensure that you get it right. Sample answer. Nike is the winged goddess of victory in Greek mythology. Its logo is derived from the wing of the goddess and symbolizes movement, power, motivation, and most importantly, the sound of speed. This goddess was the daughter of the giant Pallas and infernal river Styx. You do not have to go into such great details. 5. What's our motto? This is the easiest Nike question that you can ever be asked. You have definitely seen t-shirts and even adverts with Nike's motto. It is one of the most encouraging slogans around, which also contributed to Nike's popularity. Therefore, make sure that you get it right and convince the interviewer that you know much about Nike. Sample answer. Nike's motto is just do it. Different factions view it as either an inspirational rallying call or a bullying command. It usually appears together with the famed Nike swoosh in apparel and billboards worldwide, making it easy to notice. 6. We normally endorse athletes. Who is your favorite Nike endorsed athlete? The interviewer wants to know if you are conversant with past Nike's endorsement and advertising activities. You will easily see the list of athletes endorsed by Nike if you conduct a random Google search. Pick your favorite one and tell the interviewer why you like them. Sample answer. I know that you have endorsed several athletes as part of your advertising programs. My favorite among them is LeBron James, given that he is exceptionally talented at basketball, a game I enjoy. He also has an exciting life, and I am his ardent follower. Remember, you don't have to mention the most famous. Just pick an athlete you like, provided that Nike endorses them. 7. How do you normally improve your value? The interviewer wants to know the steps you usually take to improve yourself. This is because Nike's primary focus is to be great at all its undertakings continually. Therefore, you must be willing to increase your value and convince the interviewer that you won't be settling for less. Mention how you grow yourself and improve your performance. Sample answer: I love freeing my mind and taking in new information. Therefore, I usually read business books, watch TED Talks, take on new challenges, engage a mentor, and attend different conferences and seminars. All these avenues impart on me new important information necessary for value addition. 8. What makes you excited about being part of our team? This question is a bit similar to the first, just that it is more specific. Can you identify a particular thing about Nike that makes you want to be part of the team? There may be many things to talk about, but we advise you to settle on the most outstanding. Sample answer: I have worn Nike shoes ever since I was a kid. Therefore, what excites me most is having a chance to contribute to their production, marketing, or sales processes. You can also say that you will have the opportunity to work with some of the best designers or marketers. 9. How would you gain the trust of our team? Can you work well within team settings? Can you make everyone in the team be at ease and even trust you? This is a chance to show the interviewer that you can be an excellent team worker. Mention some of the essential things everyone needs to do to win the trust of their team members. Sample answer: I have worked with different teams before and therefore know how exactly to gain the trust of my team members. I plan to be honest with them from our first interaction and communicate effectively to avoid being misquoted or misunderstood. I will also go out of my way to offer help where necessary. 10. What would your previous employer say about you? This is a common question in interviews that you should be prepared for. What type of employee were you in your former workplace? Can your employer vouch for you? Remember to be honest when answering such a question because big corporations like Nike will always conduct an extensive background search before giving you the job. You do not want to be dishonest from the word go. Sample answer: my former employer can confirm that I was a hard-working, passionate and diligent employee. He praised me on most occasions for the excellent job I was doing in the workplace. Some of my attributes that may come up when my former employer describes me are the ability to work in team settings, compassion, and a perfect understanding of the job description. 11. Which of our endorsements do you think was well deserved? Nike has endorsed several athletes since it is big on sports. You should know a number of them if you have been following up keenly on their activities. Therefore, tell the interviewer the endorsement you think was well deserved and also remember to give reasons. It does not have to be your favorite sportsman. Sample answer: Elite Kipchoge, one of the greatest marathoners and sportsmen's endorsement, was well deserved. He has managed to break barriers that people thought were impossible. He continues to perform excellently in races despite his age. He definitely earned the endorsement. 12. Share with us your work experience. You should be ready to explain your work experience to the interviewer briefly. Can you mention some of the places you have worked in, roles you have undertaken, or how the lessons learned from your former workplaces have prepared you for this role? Ensure that you maintain eye contact with the interviewer and go straight to the point when answering this question. Sample answer: I have been in the design industry for 7 years. I have worked for several shoes and apparel companies, including some of your competitors, as part of the design teams. My time in these companies has taught me how to develop good designs, make corrections, better creations, and work well with others. I believe that all my experiences have been building towards this role. 13. What do you understand by great customer service? You should convince the interviewer or hiring manager that you will deliver nothing less than excellent customer service to every customer. You must therefore know what excellent customer service means. You can either offer a proactive approach or refer to the results of excellent customer service. Make sure that your answer brings out your competence and ability to satisfy customers. Sample answer: I believe that excellent customer service entails welcoming them properly, offering recommendations based on what they want, actively responding to their questions S&D requests, and ensuring that they feel appreciated and valued. 14. Tell us about a time when you succeeded to work under pressure. You should also anticipate such behavioral questions in interviews. Even though the working environment at Nike is generally laid back and relaxed, you should have in mind that there are targets to meet. You will also experience peak times where shoppers throng the shop looking for items. Therefore, you must know how to work under pressure, and the only way to convince the interviewer is to describe an experience. Sample answer. I had to meet a challenging goal in my last job. Our sales target was abruptly increased, which caused quite a stir. I pushed hard, overcame several obstacles, and even worked overtime to meet the set targets. I learned how to deliver excellent results in a short time, even though it took a toll on me. 15. Tell us about a time when you showed initiative. This is also a common question in interviews that tests your leadership ability. Can you take the initiative or even drive change when everybody else is cowering in fear? Are you willing to be on the front line? This is a chance to prove to the interviewer that you can be a good leader in your project team or general interactions in the workplace. Sample answer. We were working on a project in my former workplace, and one of my team members quit abruptly. Nobody wanted to take up his part, complaining that they were already swamped. I decided to do it and influenced one employee to help me out. We managed to finish the project on time, and the organization recognized my efforts. 16. How long do you intend to stay with us? Nobody wants to keep interviewing employees for a particular position daily. The hiring process is not easy as it usually consumes lots of time and resources to train new entries. The interviewer will therefore want to know how long you are willing to work for them. You definitely know what to do if you really need this job. Sample answer. I have always wanted to work for Nike. I will not be looking for any alternatives once I get this job and will stay with you for a very long time. I also hope that I will advance in my career when working for you to enhance my stay. I am willing to do all it takes and contribute positively to the company in all the years I will be with you. 17. What do you know about us? This question will most probably come up in the first few minutes of your interview. How much do you know about Nike? Did you extensively research the organization before appearing for this interview? There are lots of things you can mention about Nike. Just make sure that they are factual and not rumors. Sample answer. Nike was founded in 1964 by Phil Allwright and Bill Bowerman in Oregon, United States. You are a multinational corporation specializing in designing, developing, manufacturing, marketing, and selling footwear, apparel, accessories, and several services. You have employed over 70,000 people in different places globally and have a revenue base of over $37 billion. 18. What is our mission? Nike has one of the simplest missions in all the sportswear companies in the world. It extensively focuses on athletes, who form a significant part of their market and interest. The definition of athlete will also excite you. Show the interviewer that you know a great deal of information about the corporation to increase your chances of landing the job. The research you conduct before the interview must be extensive. Sample answer. Your mission is to offer inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Athletes, in this case, mean everyone with a body. This is visible from your inventions and endorsements. 19. What are our core values? The mission, vision, and core values go hand in hand. These are usually some of the critical information that you need to know about an organization. Remember, you will also be required to stick to these values when working for Nike. You can easily obtain such information from Nike's website. Sample answer. You have only 3 core values that you always work to live up to. These are community, diversity, and sustainability. Only expound on these if you are asked to. 20. Mention some of our biggest competitors. Do you know Nike's competitors? It is only by knowing who you are competing with that you will be able to identify some of the things you should do differently to stand out. Ensure that you only mention worthy competitors found in the same niche as Nike. Sample answer. Since you design, develop, and market footwear equipment, accessories, and apparel, your main competitors are Anta, VF Corporation, Adidas, Puma, Fila, New Balance, Under Armour, and Reebok.